open behind you.
Finally, she has a new phone.
Oh, I've got so many stories, it's ridiculous.
What happened to your old one? Is it gone? Like, did it die?
Yeah, because you think I'd be that organized that I'd go and just like make the time to stop on a Saturday after training? No.
The door's open behind you, by the way. I don't know if you want to close it. Or...
It, well, it was actually a little bit precarious because...
Oh, precarious.
Mind you, I just have so many questions for you guys based on this. We have some chocolate peanut butter pretzels because Ben brought in the peanut butter pretzels from
They're
last
like
week.
not even good.
They're like
Actually
crap.
pretty delicious.
Yeah, they're just like you have to move them from your face.
You don't even go here.
I wish they would disappear.
Ow, I think I just dislocated my pinky.
Oh.
Careful.
So
hold
phone...
on. Let's just stop real quick
Yeah.
before you start.
Yeah. Used to be my life coach.
Got her.
Don't even like me.
I'm trying to be your life coach here.
I can't.
Holy crap.
Before we go down the rabbit hole, let's go ahead and...
Wait, let's just stop.
Did you want me to leave? Is this some kind of... Is this an intervention?
First, any good life coach defines terms right up front. So we're all talking about the same stuff. No, what you're saying is you actually got a new phone?
You're out of my top
What the
5.
hell, El? Good
I'm not
job.
listening to you anymore.
So he's not on your favorites on your phone?
You were up there, but now you're
Your
not.
old phone didn't even have favorites. I think it was analog.
I feel like I'm gonna cry.
A rotary cell phone?
No, it was like the picture you sent. It was the big square one.
Oh yeah, the big brick phone.
I mean, it's got 3 of these camera things, so that means it's fancy.
That makes me excited.
Wow.
I know
Is
how
this
to...
a scratch?
No.
So-
Tasia!
So I have the 3 cameras as well.
You do. But you block it.
Why do you hide them?
Well, because my old case still worked.
Wait, you got a new phone?
Yeah, I've had one for like a couple months or 2.
Wow.
But I don't feel like buying a new case.
Oh,
Do you ever take pictures?
Do you even? I've never even seen you take a picture with the phone before, ever.
No.
Have you ever seen that before?
No, actually no.
Just come to think of it,
No.
ever.
That's why I want the new phone is for the better
3 cameras,
camera
yeah.
thing.
This is a recycled case, by the way, just so you know.
Wow.
Just so you should know. Would you like me to get you a recycled
Absolutely
one for the Earth?
not.
I'll bring you one.
I
for
will
your
not
phone.
use it. You're going to waste it. So
Why
the
won't
the
Elly?
recycling is
Is
negated.
that container
Actually,
recyclable?
yes. Get me
It is.
Actually, get me one.
What?
A recycle
And
case.
you won't use it?
Because you're
Exactly.
recycling.
I'm just not going to use it. I'm going to throw it in the floor.
Right.
I'm going to throw it in the ocean with the turtles.
Yeah. I want a brand new case delivered here on the back of a turtle.
Ooh.
On a turtle.
You're using a plastic straw.
OMG.
Well, it's because Rich wouldn't give me a straw last week. I do have the retractable one you gave me, but I forgot it in the car. What was I going to say? Oh, this thing on my screen is a blue light protector too.
What?
Yeah, so I don't even have to wear the glasses.
Wait,
Or you could
seriously?
just stop using your phone after 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Wait, so this, it came
Funny,
with it? or
funny
you put
story
it on?
actually.
Yes.
We
No,
were,
I bought
we were
it.
listening to church yesterday, and Pastor Bobby, you know Pastor Bobby?
Huh?
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
He said, he was talking like he was God, and he says, God says OM me instead of OMG. You get it? I thought it was pretty
That
funny.
is pretty funny.
Oh, and me.
So speaking of, well, first things first. My phone, it got a crack in it, so it was like if it was on, it would flash and it would move the buttons around and it would log into things and do things. So you didn't know what it was doing. So that
Glitching.
Yes, you have no idea. Like things were being deleted. Like I want to re-download this, half the stuff was gone.
I mean, what
So
was
what you're
an
saying,
iPhone?
it was reading your brain.
But the reason I say that is
You ever seen Wreck-It Ralph?
No.
No.
The cartoon.
Little girl's a glitch in there. That's,
she's a glitch.
yeah.
Oh.
You know,
Sounds
you know it's a
sad.
movie.
Okay.
Continue.
Sorry. So
How many times can we derail this story?
Yeah, let's see what we
we
can
do
do.
it every week anyway. It doesn't matter. I still never explained what dirt water was, but whatever. Anyway, so the guy that is like helping me out, he Rich, you're gonna eat all of those. He takes my phone. He's like, I'm gonna turn it on. I need to make sure it's like backed up. And I'm like, you don't understand. Like, if we can even get the passcode in, it might go to different apps and different things, or open your pictures or whatever. So I'm like starting, like it makes me nervous that he wants to like engage in all this. So then he's sitting there and like just pressing all the buttons. And why is it like, I feel like a phone is like a playlist. Like it's just personal. Do you feel like it's not like anything to hide, but it just is like, I don't know. Well, I don't have grandparents for him to like text or anything weird, but you know, I don't know. The whole time I found it stressful. I don't know
I
if
felt
you
like
guys
he was
find.
breaching your privacy.
Yeah, and he just kept trying, and I'm like, you're not gonna make it work. Stop pressing the buttons. And he was just sitting there like this, and then a new app would open, and I'm like,
So there's an app you can download that we told you to download way back
did
when.
download it, the Verizon whatever.
Backup app or the contacts app?
And 90% of the stuff was there, so it was pretty backed up. It pretty much opens with the old phone. But whatever.
What are you looking at me for?
Well, I was just thinking, I was chewing my gum in here, and I know people hate that, and then so I was like, I'm gonna back up, and then I was like, Jim's chewing his gum.
Because I don't care what people think
That's fair.
at all.
Well,
Only what Rich thinks.
no, I don't care, Rich.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Don't.
No.
Don't.
You were talking about, what did you just talk about? I had somebody call me this week legitimately and tell me that God told them something I was supposed to do.
Did you do it?
No.
No.
Was it something good?
Because God did not
God
tell
told
me
you.
the same thing.
Better do it.
What was weird was that God told me the exact opposite.
Oh, weird.
I don't believe you.
This other guy knows.
What made me think of that? Because you just said
OMG.
something. Oh,
OMG.
Your
yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim, I want you to tell us about the hummus.
That hummus was delicious. Like,
no joke.
what? Tell me what kind it was again. It was sweet
Boar's
chili.
Head?
Chili garlic by Boar's Head.
I really do like hummus. I really do, and I'll eat it with
one's
carrots.
next level.
And this was I ate.
Does
the whole
anybody
thing.
else get pissed that they only put the flavor in the middle?
Yeah, that's never
Put the
enough.
flavor over the whole thing.
This one doesn't have any weird toppings. It's just a smooth hummus.
Yeah, it didn't.
Oh, it
I didn't
doesn't?
have to mix
Oh,
it.
you didn't
I was
have to
like,
mix it. Okay.
no, it was really good.
That's what I hate about any of like the
Sabras that way.
Yeah, I just
Sabra.
eat
You have
the
to
middle
like
out
grab
first.
and then come on.
Not
And
this
at the
one.
end, there's no flavor left. It's like when you're a kid with Lunchables. You have no crackers
Yeah.
left, or you have no
That's true.
you have no crackers left because you try to. Now I try to load up the meat and the cheese on the crackers, but
Yeah.
not that I eat Lunchables on a regular basis or anything.
Said you
I haven't had a
Lunchables?
Lunchable in a long
I
time.
do a lot actually.
They're
the kids,
good.
The kids eat them. They're so good.
Yeah, that weird turkey. I don't know. It's
so,
good.
It's so easy.
I used to
11 grams of protein. It says it on the
Well, that
box.
might be
Come
that
on.
might be a little processed. I can't even believe.
No,
you
no,
eat
it's not
Lunchables.
processed at all. It's a
List.
chicken or a turkey in its
No, I
natural
gotta-
form.
I'm looking up this. This is like,
Yeah. You've seen a turkey leg, right? They just like chop the leg like a tree.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The girls used,
Lunchable
they want me to
ingredients.
freeze them.
Huh?
The girls would always want me to freeze
Freeze
them.
Ew.
That's
So
what we do with the
They're really good that way. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, Uncrustables. Yeah,
You
no,
had
I'm talking
skipped-
Lunchables.
Oh,
You know, like the
Lunchables.
crackers, the
did you used
cheese.
to have the pizza
What's a
ones at all?
dessert in it? Isn't there a dessert?
It depends. I get the ones with no desserts. My kids don't need any sugar. My kids get enough sugar and are enough psychos as it is. We usually just do the
I
dollar
didn't know
ones.
they had no dessert ones.
Yeah. Lakeland was so mad at me the other day. She goes, "Well, what's a cookie in them?" And I was like, "There are no cookies in them." She's like, "These suck."
Oh
And
gosh,
she was right.
I can't.
When you
even-
pay for them, kid, you can buy the ones with the sugar in them.
There you go.
Turn into my parents, you know.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm looking at the ingredients right now. You didn't even want to know.
Don't even care. No, I don't want to know.
Is the first one turkey or is it something different? Like gelatin.
It depends. Or is
Well,
it crackers? Is it more?
No, roast white turkey, cured,
Oh,
smoke
see?
flavor added, white turkey water, potassium, modified cornstarch,
good things,
salt,
all good things.
dextrose,
All the salt.
carrageenan,
Oh.
phosphates. Well, that phosphates, no more free flowing testosterone for you. Just, it is what it is.
Sounds
We're just
healthy to
being
me.
real. What?
Sounds healthy to me.
I heard
I love the
potassium in
pizza
there.
ones.
What would you say?
All
Pizza
I
ones are my
heard was
favorite.
Elly knows how to steal the joy in life.
Excuse me, it was my saying. You can't steal my joy.
The thief of joy.
That's not
Elly
true.
Kabord.
Elly Kabord.
You guys.
The thief of all joy.
I'm offended. I don't steal joy.
It's a joke. You don't.
I'm not really offended.
You're sunshine, Elly.
Oh, thanks, Silver. Okay, you're back in the top 5.
Well, that was easy.
Oh, that was a pretty good. That was a solid response, though. I think.
You're sunshine. I mean, you're like the sun in my face when I'm trying to drive.
When you drive that one time a day, you just can't. It's so bright.
It just came out. You're sunshine.
Well, since we're stealing nutritional sunshine, I mean
goodness.
blasting nutritional sunshine, you guys, I just started Dave Asprey's The Fasting Way. I'm gonna know so much about fasting. I'm already like 2/3 of the way through it in like 2 days. It's just came out a couple days ago, but he's been like for over a decade doing all the research and like he's talked about fasting forever. So even if you listen to his podcast, if you guys are interested about it, but his is kind of like it's next level, and I'm like, am I gonna try some of these things? But I think I am, because he also talks about, for the longest time, I was stressed. Rich, I don't know if you felt this way. Like, when you had done it for so long, because I'd done it for like months and months and months, I didn't want to miss a day. I was like willing to like not mess it up, because I thought it was gonna take me 30 days to get back to feeling as good as I did doing it.
No.
But that's totally wrong.
Yeah, no.
Not wrong, but it's like once you have that memory in your mitochondria and you get your metabolism to that point, then it like you can go on and off.
Yeah, no, I wasn't worried about that at all.
Well, I was like, one day I'm gonna ruin it all.
I've only actually ruined it, other than time change a couple times, once in the past 2 years. And that was Thanksgiving this year. I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna eat breakfast, because they have like breakfast for Thanksgiving and stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything.
But I mean, he was really interesting. I've already told Tasia this like 7 times. Like, just reading about the differences.
Why 7 times? Just
because I'm
7
always
times
with her,
7?
and I keep telling people about it.
Oh. I'm sorry, Tasia. You can tell her, hey man, I got it.
Hey, Elly, that's enough. You already told me 7 times.
I was just gonna say this one time
Promise?
I fasted last Thursday till 2.
Al, I'm just messing with you. It's good stuff. You know what is interesting though, for the reals, you have been doing the fasting thing for a while, and a lot of times.
But she doesn't count her wine consumption.
That is not true. I do. I wait till like 4 o'clock the next day on nights, and I stay up and drink wine.
Wait, how late do you say to drink wine?
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, hold up, what's 16 hours?
Hold up, wait.
I just implicated myself here. So
If I'm gonna drink whiskey, I just drink earlier and still finish my fast. I'm good to go.
Smart. I can never get started that early, because I want to be productive and then whatever. But I started watching The Queen's Gambit, and it's like I can't.
Was that any good, by the way?
It's so good.
I'm gonna try that one.
I like nerdy stuff like that, and like it's cool to see how her mind works. But anyway,
I think Hillary's watching The Crown. Is that what it is?
Is it good?
I don't know.
I heard it was
I
good.
haven't seen The
I
Crown.
don't watch it.
Well, we could talk about Tom for a second, my friend.
Please.
Oh
Do
geez.
tell.
Did you FaceTime this morning?
Yeah, I FaceTimed Tom Brady just to congratulate him because he's going to the Super Bowl again.
Yes, he is.
That is
Do you-
kind of
hey,
nuts.
let's hold on. Let's see if this is real.
No,
let's see if
it's
this
not.
love is true. How many Super Bowls has Tom Brady
I
been
think
to?
his 10th.
No. Oh, okay. I thought you said how many has he won?
No,
Okay.
oh no, this is
Sorry.
his 10th.
He's going to his 10th.
And he's won 6.
I was gonna say, how many has he won?
Wow.
Wow, he's
It's
gonna-
true
How many?
love.
How many conference championships?
Oh, I don't know. That's
He had been. Yesterday was his 14th
Yeah.
of
Okay.
21 seasons.
Tom
Conference
Brady's a dude,
championship
man.
in the conference championship.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
It's crazy. And Joe Montana's 7?
Seven was how many he went to.
He's the dude.
Brady's
He's
been,
the GOAT.
Yeah, for sure.
Can we talk about like his? I don't know the answer to
Good
this,
job,
so maybe
Tasia.
you guys will know. What was his sports history like? Was he like a standout from the time he was born? Did he have a good
No.
college career? Like, what was his
So
journey
there's
like?
a big myth that he wasn't that good in college. He was pretty good in college.
Yeah,
he
but
was.
they
at
had
Mi-
his
What is
video.
he went to Michigan.
Did he win a Heisman?
He didn't win a Heisman, but he was good.
National
Like,
championship?
No.
He just always been
Michigan
kinda
sucks.
gangly.
Just kidding. Notre Dame.
Yeah.
All my other
It's
family
okay.
likes Michigan. You know.
They actually have been making memes with Bill Belichick. Have you seen like with the
His girlfriend got like super defensive. There was I was reading something on, I forget who it was, but it may have been Bleacher Report or something, but I guess people were like attacking Bill about something or whatever. I mean, it's like that's what everybody it's a business when you get down to it. Like
Yeah.
the guy was on the backside of his career. I mean, my opinion, honestly, if he would have stayed with the Patriots this year, they wouldn't have been in the
No.
conference championship. Like
They
Tom
didn't
did
have
when
the tools that he
Heck
has.
no.
Yeah.
He's got
Yeah.
so many weapons.
Yeah.
Like you've got 5 amazing receivers, if not 6.
Yep.
More than that. On like he has the most weapons he's had. Second half didn't look real good, but first
Yeah.
half was good.
He's had a really cool opportunity too, because I'm all about like that whole culture piece to go somewhere and really. Did you hear what Bruce Arians had to say about it?
Yeah.
About just like we just needed one man. We
Yeah.
just
And he's done it.
needed him to go ahead and talk
Turned
about
it around, yeah.
It's
cool.
what that means culturally. Professional football is so different than college football when it comes to coaching. College football, the head coach is kind of the thermostat, and then in the pros,
You got a couple captains.
you need some dudes. You
Yep.
need some guys on the field to be that. Just because they're making so much money and they're grown men, and you need dudes
That you
who
can
lead
follow
who are
Yeah.
there.
instead of just being told
Yeah.
what to do.
Yeah.
How do you even even keep that at bay? That's like I follow like the Seahawks, their culture coach, like mentality coaches, Michael Gervais. You were on his podcast, and he's incredible. But he talks about what's the coach that he works with? What's the Seahawks?
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll. Like they've worked on culture for years and years and years. And that to me seems pretty incredible because how else do you manage a professional team at that level?
You just
Good
get
dudes.
Toms.
You get good dudes. I mean, that's a lot of it. There's
But do
probably
you get to choose like that? I mean,
you do a lot of research on in
Holy
the
crap,
draft and try to do all that, and that's why the teams that are successful because they've got that figured out. And then you have teams like the Lions that are terrible.
Oh no, they're good.
It's
the
really
worst franchise in all of sports.
like one of the most enjoyable things that's going on in my life right now is you're growing Mayhem as a business. You know, from what you had created as a team, just you and your team hanging out, what was kind of natural.
Yeah.
Now creating that and putting that in language for a business to move a business forward, and it's so much fun for me to be able to like kind of figure out how to what's the language for that? How does that really work? Because when we look at big time businesses. I just was reading the guy who's the CEO of Levi. Levi? I don't remember what his name is, but all he did was talk about this idea of
Levi Strauss?
yeah.
I don't know if that's the name of
And they were like, I think that's right. And they were like losing money, and he's come back in and fixed the culture.
Really?
And talked about leading with principles and all that matter. So it's key. It's key if you want to be successful.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Tom Brady, he's the dude.
Yeah.
No question. It was fun to watch.
I can't.
Did
wait
you
for
watch
Super
the
Bowl.
game?
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I didn't even watch it.
What are you?
But I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl.
Who did they play?
I have no idea.
Who do they play?
They're playing Patrick Mahomes' team.
Actually,
Name one other player on Tom Brady's team.
Gronk.
Okay.
Oh.
Other than Gronk. Other than Gronk. Okay.
Okay, but I was a Patriots fan, and then Tom ruined everything and left, and so now I'm just a Tom fan. So I only need to follow him.
This sounds borderline like an obsession or
I
stalker.
should have worn my Tom Brady pants today.
Stalker. No, those aren't good anymore because they're Patriots.
so did you follow them because of geographic reasons, or is he like an
No, when I
exceptional
lived in
human
New
being?
England, the Patriots, like, it was fun.
Yeah, because they were
Because
awesome.
we won all the time.
They won.
I even like she says we.
We.
Yeah. We won all the time, so it was fun.
Can you
to
name
follow
any
them.
other player on the Patriots during that era other than Julian Edelman?
Why? I love Julian Edelman. Yeah, I can. Timothy Hightower
Okay, all right.
is one.
She
Julian
looks confident.
Edelman.
She's got this.
No, I mean, I used to know a decent amount of people on the team, but it's been a while since I've been studying them. So I would make sure
Studying.
Look at
You
the.
should just tell him next time you FaceTime.
Wrong. No. Okay, no. Timothy Hightower is the only one I can think about. You guys are making me nervous.
You look nervous.
You look super.
Actually, you when you answered those
Hey, yeah,
original
that was good.
questions, you were
Yeah.
good. You're
Yeah, and then you guys ruined it.
fine.
Thanks
no,
a lot,
you
Rich.
passed.
Who's the last team they beat in the Super Bowl?
It was here when I was here. All I remember is I was at Matt Billings' place. That's it. And Jim ate 20 cookies.
The Rams.
Oh.
I did eat 20 cookies.
Was that same night, or was it
I
the
think
year
it-
before when they beat the Falcons, or a couple years, whatever it was? There was a span between those two, maybe.
I don't remember.
We can't remember.
It was the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams.
It was the most boring game ever.
You know what? I totally went to bed before the AFC game was over. Who won?
Really?
I don't even know.
Kansas City.
Kansas
it was
City.
pretty one-sided.
Oh, yeah.
Was it at the end? They pulled away.
Yeah, I mean, Kansas City is got so many weapons.
That's who we're playing, right?
Yeah.
We? You can't say we.
You and Tom.
Me and Tom. That's one.
Mike Evans, Scotty Miller,
Cool. You're smart.
Antonio Brown.
Patrick Mahomes is on Kansas City.
That's pretty
He
funny.
had
You gotta at
concussion.
least know Tom's receivers.
Okay, what's his receivers so I can learn?
I just said
Okay, Scotty Miller,
yes.
Tom Brown,
Tom Brown, Antonio Brown,
Antonio Brown,
Cameron Brait,
Cameron.
Tom, why
Wait,
not?
hold on,
Cameron Brait.
Cameron Brait. That's three. That's good.
That's enough.
Did you see Miller when
I
Miller
said a
got
couple.
behind
Yes.
on that?
How do you let that happen?
I don't know.
How do you let that happen? You're one job. You got one job, man. There's
Yeah.
6 seconds left. Don't let anybody deep.
That was crazy.
We did our fantasy football league. It's over, but we did a I guess championship weekend. So you had $495 of salary cap, and each player's listed at a certain amount of money, and you could go through and you so essentially everybody could have the same players technically, but you had a certain whatever your salary cap, and Scotty Miller was cheap, but I knew Tom loved Scotty Miller, and sure enough, that was nice. Big. I got third, but whatever, out of 12.
Yeah.
So it was close, but yeah, that was a big pickup. Yeah, it was huge right before half. I mean, it ended up being
crazy.
the game, really.
Was there a fumble or something? They got the ball back.
There
was
was,
a turnover
I think it was a turnover. It was a quick turnover, and then Tampa Bay had 4th and 1, and then instead of punting it with 17 seconds left, they were like, "Let's go for it." Yeah, went for it. 6 seconds left, and then you're at the 40. They're like, "What are you doing?" Yeah, blew my mind. But they also make a lot more money than me, and they're professionals at their job, so it happens. You know,
what are you gonna do?
But
it sets up for, I think, a good Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's so. Both offenses are really good. It's going to come down to the defenses for sure. I think. I guess. I don't know. I mean, Kansas City's got, I think, a better secondary. I can't remember. Well, the front line on Tampa Bay is good.
It's good. Yeah,
I mean,
they lost both their safeties.
Jason Pierre-Paul, and they have Ndamukong Suh.
Yeah. They've lost both of their starting safeties, which was a problem.
See, I'm actually a Tom Brady fan, but I also follow the team that he goes to as well.
Okay.
I appreciate
Antonio
greatness.
Brown, Scotty Miller. Who was the third guy?
Cameron Brate.
Okay.
Gronkowski.
I already know Gronk.
Mike Evans.
Okay, I only need a few.
Okay, you need Mike Evans.
Stud right there.
Yeah, except for he had one pretty big drop.
They had like 2 or 3 really big drops in that game. Where man,
I mean, and then the rookie, what's his name? Goodman.
Goodwin.
Yeah, something.
By the time
he's
the
one that's having
around, I'll have them all.
And then Tom did have a couple of which is really weird, errant throws.
There was that Mike Evans throw that got tipped. Yeah. It was probably a little too high, and then there was one he just chucked up. It was a prayer. It was a punt, really.
Something is nuts. I mean, for him to be as competitive he is and as old as he is, it's crazy.
I know, right?
It's just nuts.
He still has a cannon too.
Yeah.
And that ball's not like
lost
last year when I watched him last year a couple times with the Patriots. I was like, he didn't look good. Like there was some I'm saying he doesn't look good. I'm not.
How old is he?
Professional. 42. Almost 43.
What kind of rehab and stuff he does? I wonder what his routine is.
And so TB12, man.
Yeah.
And so there was a couple times last year I'm like, he's on the way down. But this year he's looked great. So
his only problem is his wife's a little homely. I mean, you think a dude like that would
have a supermodel or something,
She'd be a little better looking, but
Giselle,
can't have it all.
No,
poor guy.
Poor guy.
You gotta dance with the one that brought you.
His biggest knock is he kisses his son on the mouth. Did you ever see that? There's some
I've
video,
seen
a documentary where they freak
Really?
out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, Trice freaks me out sometimes when he's like, Dad, give me a kiss. I'm like, don't, not the mouth. Okay, we're doing this. I'm like, okay, it's enough, buddy.
Well, that's simply because you don't know where his mouth is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
That's a fair point.
But yeah, I was like, I don't know, man.
I don't know. My grandpa used to do that too.
Oh, my aunts still do that.
Yeah.
And I, last second, give them the cheek. Hopefully none of them listen.
I went through something like...
Or you do like the side mouth. And like, yeah, it's still the mouth.
Okay, listen, straight up. I'll tell the story now. It's fine. We had an aunt. She was a great aunt growing up. Aunt, whatever. Her name was Iva Bell.
Iva Bell.
And when I was 13, 14, she was in her 80s or 90s. And she's like solely responsible for raising my dad. She's old. And she always wanted to kiss us. And all of us were like, hell no. And then your dad's looking at you like, so.
And she does the.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Come here, Jimmy.
She wants to grab hold of your face. And put one right on you, and her tongue comes out.
Oh! No. No, sir.
Mustache.
Trice tried to do that to Hillary the other day. She's like, Mom, give me a kiss. And Hillary's like, no. Yeah, Trice.
Like seriously, my dad and I, it was problems because my brothers would get,
you knew it was coming.
They'd be compliant. They'd be in line to kiss Aunt Ivy, and I'm over here like, hell no. I'm gone. Whip me with the belt. That old woman is not kissing me. I'm not getting tongued by Aunt Betty.
And Iva. Was she Russian?
Was she Aunt Betty's another aunt. I'm sorry. Aunt Iva. I can't do with my other
I
arm.
feel like that should be in like one of the vacation movies because that's a quality story.
Oh man,
Did you sling
it's
off,
so
Jim?
nasty, huh?
Did you sling off?
Yeah, I'm trying. I can take it off like if I'm careful.
Yeah.
Sorry for all the noise.
You're
here.
gonna
I don't
hurt. You're
know.
gonna hurt your shoulder.
I know. I started to
to
reach out there, and I'm not
Rotation.
supposed to be doing that. I was like, "Whoa, stop!"
Are you moving around at all yet from post shoulder?
Came and worked out the other day, didn't you?
Yeah.
How sore were you?
I actually feel really good.
Really?
Moving it feels phenomenal right
Yeah.
now. I'm through the whole like I don't think it hurts. I just can't like activate it this way yet. I can do all the little things down here, but not. It feels really weird though. I already told you. It feels like it's not mine, which is really crazy. But
Really?
I'm super stoked though. I can't wait to be at 100%. 6 to 7 months from now, and be able to get after it and train hard and not have it hurt and not worry. And I'm totally looking forward to
Are you
that.
still vying for the tactical games?
I moved it back to September. Yep.
Okay.
So South Carolina. I can't wait. I'm gonna train like crazy
That's
for
gonna be-
all
what-
of it.
I mean,
CrossFit,
you
the
were
whole
walking
thing.
around
I'm
with all
gonna get
that
after
stuff.
it. Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
And I should be in really good shape by then too, because I'll be able to just move and not worry about anything heavy initially. And
Nice.
I'm looking forward to it.
Good stuff.
Yeah. But enough about me. Let's talk about you.
No, keep going.
What else? Now that you unload your real feelings on the podcast starting last week, any other truths?
Well, the one thing that I know for sure, and then I want you guys to hold me accountable for, and I really mean this sincerely now, I'm not making a joke. I no longer want to talk about or make excuses about being old.
Good. I like that.
Good. You can start this Bergener strength cycle as soon as you're done.
Right on.
Because I feel old. These
I don't-
squats might be the death of me.
That's good
You
though.
haven't even failed one yet.
No, but they were hard. They were really hard today. Yeah.
Well, coming from what, 2
But we need
weeks
to get
ago
you,
when
we
you
need
were
to get you
like,
strong after this.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm in.
you did more weight than you had to 2 weeks ago.
No.
That was a choice.
I was by
You
like
did.
5 pounds because it was
Yeah.
laziness.
That was a choice.
Just getting myself ready for today.
Do you feel stronger? I mean, is it working?
Yeah,
That's
my
good
legs
stuff?
feel really strong, but
Yeah.
it's really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very squat centric.
Okay.
So many
Ben said it was the
squats.
most impressive thing he's seen me do.
It's true.
What
Oh,
is
wow.
that?
No.
No.
Rich doing 10 by 3 front squat at 345 today.
It wasn't that impressive.
That's low weight.
Like that's more than my just 3 rep, just straight. You
So
did
then
it.
you just do it 9 more times.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
Not bad. It felt the same for all 10 times.
What is your all-time 3 rep front squat?
All-time 3 rep, I have no idea. My all-time 1 rep is 405 or 415, I think, for front squat. But that was back in my heyday.
You probably that now.
Might be close to that now that we've been doing this, probably. Yeah.
What are you trying to like? What's your goal? Are you just trying to get strength back, or are you
Yeah,
trying
I
to?
don't know. I'm just trying to do something different because we haven't lifted heavy in a long time.
Trying to survive stage's 12-week cycle is what's
Yeah.
happening right now.
Yeah, that's what happened. Right
This-
Literally, how to survive that.
And
Yeah.
we're filming the whole thing straight through. A little docu-series, you know?
Yeah. Well, this is the first time I've ever seen you do a strength cycle. Also,
It's the first time I've done one in probably 3 years.
We used to do it every day, like when
We
I first
yeah,
got
we
here.
kind of skimmed through it, I guess, when,
Yeah.
17, I guess, was the last time we did it? Because
Yeah.
that's when I tore my meniscus. Before that,
Yeah.
But
it was
15,
last year.
16, it was we were pretty religious
pretty
about
regular,
it.
yeah.
Oh, we did those.
It's really for Haley, honestly,
Mm.
to make her
It's
do
good
it.
for her.
She wouldn't
Yeah.
do it. No, this is perfect
super
for her.
good
If
for
we
She's
can keep her-
already so much stronger.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
like our lifting on Saturday, she looked so much stronger in the bottom position. It was awesome. She
Yeah.
did great.
No, I mean that's perfect. It's like right in the wheelhouse stuff if she needs to
Yeah.
work
Yeah.
on. So
So good.
figure if we all do it, she has to do it.
This is a
Good.
good point.
Is this mic way too low now?
It is a little low.
It's
Now you look like sinister, kind of creepy when you go down the
It does
tunnel.
you're having
look a
some
little,
problems over there
It's
today.
100% falling. Ben, would you fix it? I can't use my left arm. I'm sorry. Like
Producer Ben.
You got this, Ben.
Let's see.
right in the middle of the podcast.
I mean, this should be like NASCAR. How quickly can you actually?
Yeah, right there is fine. I just I can't use my left
It is
arm.
what it is, man.
It's a good thing I'm right-handed.
Just ask for help.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
When I had shoulder surgery, I had to learn to do everything left-handed.
Oh, jeez.
Is that tight enough?
I think it's there. I think we're good. Is that good?
Didn't you have some like crazy
take those
story
away.
too? Didn't you like?
Uh,
Weren't you like in like agony, like pain?
I tore my labrum in high school, and then after I tore it, I dislocated it like 10 or 11 more times, probably. And then, or subluxed it, whatever. And where it'd come out and come back in so many times, it actually cracked the humeral head.
Oh.
There was no labrum left in there. No rotator cuff damage, though. They said from where I TheraBand before every game religiously instead of throwing that, and popped a ton of ibuprofen. It was my rotator cuff was super strong. He said basically the only thing holding my shoulder in place was my rotator cuff because there was no labrum in there, so they had to actually like drill holes, microfracture, I guess, drill holes and bring out scar tissue for the labrum.
Sounds comfortable.
Oh, wow.
Fine sense.
I got a friend that I played football with in college, and I was talking to him this week. He's actually working through mindset right now, Mayhem Mindset, and he's single-handedly responsible for the national championships at Northern Colorado. I mean, like, he was the thermostat. Let's put it that way. I shouldn't say single-handedly, but he was the guy everybody was following. Just one of the toughest people I've ever met. And then gets into life, super professional, ends up being like superintendent of a school district. He goes from the leader of the Legion of Doom, that's what they called themselves, the defensive line, to like being smart and capable. But then the next thing that happens is he gets MS. And then so to recover from MS, to go from being the dude that he was physically, you know, and then what he's accomplished in life to have an MS, and it's been a fight for him. But he's doing really well. But he didn't know anything about CrossFit. And so we got to talking the other day, and so he calls me up, and Bob, he'd be known to use really rough language. It's what I like about him. But he's like
Strong adjectives
yes,
that could be used as verbs.
He was like, I looked up CrossFit, and that Rich Froning is one bad MFer. He's like, I had no idea what you guys were doing in CrossFit. He's like, I want to do this. So he actually signed up for Mayhem Athlete.
Nice.
He's got an incredible gym at his
Really?
house.
That's
like, cool. and then what he's capable, because with MS is
You
nuts.
bring him out here, yeah.
I will. When we finish this, I'm going to bring him out here.
Heck yeah, that'd be
He's
awesome.
An outstanding human
Did
being.
you send him any gear yet? Getting him outfitted.
I'm excited to see what's going on in his life. But yeah, we'll get him out here. But he was like, CrossFit, that's legit. I'm going to do CrossFit. I'm like, you should. Yeah.
That's really cool.
MS is scary too. Like
Yeah.
it can just strike out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Is it deterioration? Is it brain or neurons?
Nerves. I think it's nerves.
Okay.
He says when he works out, and it's a cool story. To get him here and let him tell the story would be really cool. But he feels like his joints are on fire to the point that
That's normal.
it'll bring him to his knees. It feels like he's burning, and he'll have to go to his knees, and that's what the doctors told him would happen when and he's just decided that he's going to work out. So that is what every day is going to be about, and you're going to deal with it and then be all right and do it again the next day. Otherwise, he's just not all right.
Yeah.
Who he be is to compete and move.
Yeah.
So you're literally, he's being asked to do something that, not to do something that's in the way he's made as a human being, you know?
Well, I wonder if it's one of those things, like not every, obviously, like disease or ailment is improved by moving, but especially as it, pertains to like neurons and stuff, I imagine there's probably some crossover when you keep using something and trying to make it like that would be helpful in like the longevity side of it. I don't know that I'm, or anything like that, but just keep it moving, I guess.
Yeah, 100%, right?
It's got to be.
Yeah.
100%.
Got to be
Were you
beneficial
here
for sure.
the blood draw the other day?
No, I was in Texas.
Oh, I'm excited to get the.
Tasia, tell us about that.
Completely uneventful.
Did you cry?
Typical blood draw. Okay, Jim.
Don't tell me you
Okay,
cried.
well, what happened
She
was...
bawled apparently.
Okay, so
Coming from Hillary, who does not exaggerate whatsoever.
my arms both, like, this happened again last time, where, like, the veins in my arms, I'm not really vascular, so, like, she was looking at my arms and was not looking confident about putting a needle in them.
She just kept giving you the tap. She just kept doing this.
She's like, yeah. I'm like, do you want me to do some curls? Because I did that last time for the last lady. And so she decided to put it in my hand. Look, I'm still bruised.
Oh, she did it on your hand.
She put it in my hand, which hurt.
Yeah, those hurt.
Yeah.
Why don't you just go on your...
And you want to hear the best part? So we leave, we all go get lunch, I'm eating lunch, I get a phone call. Hey, Tasia, we need you to come back and draw my blood. And I thought they were kidding. And I was like, okay, stop messing with me, I'm not coming back, because I obviously was like upset.
Right.
And they're like, no, for real, she only took 2 vials and she's supposed to take 4. And I was like, no, thank you.
So, I mean,
Did you just decline?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, decline.
I'm like, I'm not doing it again. And I wasn't fasted anymore because I'd eaten.
Right.
So.
Well, what was happening? So I'm on Tasia's shoulders. I'm rubbing her shoulders. And so I'm watching everything the lady's doing. I'm like, what are we going to do here? Just assess the situation and know, like, what was going to happen. So as they're doing it, I assume that they just took multiple vials to have extra blood so they can, cross it wherever they need to. So they fill up her first vial, no problem. She puts a second one in, and then it's like sputtering, like just little drops, and I'm like, and then she's like, oh, okay, we're done, and I was like, that's odd. And then she called, and I thought for sure
It
that
went
the
so
one
fast.
was going to
I
be
was
fine.
like, well, this is great. It's over. So I fasted till whatever 1, which was horrible. That was the worst part.
Horrible.
One of the draws, I was the last person there. And they have like a little, I think it's called a centrifuge maybe, a little something to spin it with. And the lady was like, okay, you're the last one. Oh, I'm gonna have to get, let's see, this rich guy. I'm gonna have to get him to come back because one of his vials of blood I missed it and dropped it down in the centrifuge and I can't get it out of there. So I'm gonna have to call him back. And I'm like,
He ain't coming
I promise you he won't come back. So
It's not that I'm afraid of needles or any of that.
Right.
I just ain't coming
that's
back.
what I said.
Yeah.
And I said, so you probably should figure that out. And she was a little panicked and I'm like, she's like, I don't know what to do. I really have to have that
one of the years at the games, I was randomly selected to get blood or to get tested before the games. And then I was randomly selected after the games to give blood as well. The guy missed my vein.
That's
How?
crazy.
Wow.
That's
How?
crazy.
Other than a
Missed my vein. I was like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ow.
This is the only person I've ever had that missed these veins.
Right. Yeah, you can
That
close
might
your
have
eyes
been
and
his
do
first
that.
time.
Well, I took the centrifuge apart.
Oh,
I went and got a
thanks,
screwdriver and got your blood out.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
What a good
It's
friend.
a solid life coach move right there.
Yeah. I'm like that. She got a little panicked.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, if there's anybody here, actually, like, no, I'm not. Let me try to. I'm not going to explain this to you.
Yeah.
Just take it apart and get the blood. Make it work.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So all that for.
Well, I got my blood drawn
For
for the insurance. It was nothing. It was-
Oh yeah, aren't you afraid, like deathly afraid of
Yeah.
needles?
I
as well?
was, not anymore.
Well, how'd you change it?
Well, so last time I think it's because I was so
You just
dehydrated.
look at the needle and you say, "I'm the boss."
Okay, and one, this needle was way smaller than the needle they use at the hospital, and she only took like this much blood versus like however much they took at the hospital. It was
Are you
crazy.
just worried about like leaking out your blood, or are you afraid of needles?
I think it was just needles. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I still don't like the idea. I didn't
You're
look.
afraid of needles or afraid of bleeding out?
I'm not afraid of bleeding out. Yeah. I guess of needles, but it's weird because I'm not really afraid of like shots.
Yeah,
It's like going to the idea of it going to my vein is what bothers me. Like,
I just feel like
So
they're
it's not
still
the
in my
pain of
life.
it.
No.
You
It's
know,
just the idea of it.
Yeah. No, it's not the pain because the pain's not even like my hand definitely hurt more than when it goes into my arm, but it's not the pain of it. It's like the thought of a
Losing
needle
your blood.
going into my vein.
Silver, how do you coach people? Like, this is interesting because I feel like
Fix me.
I've seen this in people and things.
I
so
know.
many
I know how I
times.
would do it, but
I know.
let's hear your way.
How do you coach people through fear loops? Because there are things like
It's definitely a fear loop.
that you see someone spiral and there is no amount of advice, encouragement, anything you could. They're wrapped. So what do you do to someone in that situation?
Leave it alone.
Stop being a pussy.
There it is.
Well.
I knew it.
Trump.
That's mine. That's my tagline.
That's what Rich said to me. Pick it up
Yeah.
or get out of the gym.
Silver.
I think it's this way.
No, that's
No.
righty
Yep.
tighty, lefty loosey.
Yep.
That's as strong as.
That's good. Like so seriously, there's something that's really easy to do. So get a piece of paper. On one side of the paper, write the word danger. And on the other side of the paper, draw a line down the middle and write write fear on the other side.
I like to live dangerously.
Danger is real. You should pay attention to danger. Fear is not. Fear lives in the future. Think about it. If there's a problem right now, it's not fear, it's danger. If it's right here in front of you, it's dangerous. So, are you in any danger? No.
Maybe.
What are you
danger?
afraid of? No.
I don't know. Faye could have just, just gone straight through my vein or something.
And then,
Arm comes off.
and then,
You know what, you guys? It's gonna be okay. I've had some times. The last couple times I didn't cry.
Right.
I think this time I was just extra hungry.
Well,
extra
and my
Wanda.
hands.
Extra Wanda.
I'm still bruised.
Like, I
But you said
started.
it's not the pain.
It's not the pain, but my hand it didn't really hurt.
I started, like, the idea of being stuck with a needle was not anything I was ever a fan of. But back when I got my EMT certifications and then your IV certifications, you had to get stuck, and there was no way around it. So it's just kind of like, okay. And then your arms?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, everybody's going to come to you.
It must be
So
nice,
many
right?
choices.
Roadmap.
Like, everybody
So
gets in
bad.
line to, hey, man, please, bro, could I use you for one of my sticks? So you're getting stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Look at this.
you're a little bit harder, probably,
I
and you're
still see them.
Yeah, but barely.
they're.
like,
I bet they're rolly though too.
What does
Not
that
only
mean? What does
Roly
rolling
poly.
mean?
sometimes people when you go to get into the vein, they roll away.
really?
Like, yeah, it's hard to pin down.
Huh, which I know I've had a lot of experiences
It's a
with
metaphor
that.
for
people
Tasia's
missing.
life.
I offered last time.
And I fainted.
I offered last time to do it, and you totally turned it down.
Yeah, heck no.
And I'm actually really
You
freaking good
said
at
you
it.
haven't practiced in a really
It's
long
been a
time.
minute, but
Yeah.
shoot, it's like riding a bike.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you know how to do that?
I never had to do it. I could figure it out.
Oh gosh.
Excuse me?
I'd let you do it, Sylvia.
All right, we
I
should
could
let
do it.
Rich just try to do it.
I can do it.
On silver.
He could
Not
actually.
me.
It's actually not hard. You know what? Half of the thing is just understanding not to blow the vein, and
Is
then
that when you go all the way through? Because
Yes.
the time before that, the
Okay,
lady
so
did
if that
to me.
happens, what's like, is that bad?
no,
So that's when they go
You just
through
don't
both
get any
sides.
blood.
you just it bruises.
Well,
and-
yeah, and it hurts.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. But that's
What
like
happened?
the vein just
When you're drawing blood or you're starting an IV, the key is if you go, you don't want to waste the arm. So the higher you go, the closer to the heart.
Yeah.
Like if I miss you here,
Yeah.
I can't go down here.
Uh,
So this is the easiest one to get to in an emergency, but if you miss, you got to go to the other arm. Does that make sense?
yeah. So if she had missed this, she couldn't go to my hand.
So I would start, if you were hard, I would start at the hand, and then I could work my way up.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And I'm not I can't remember technically. I was only an EMT intermediate,
yeah.
but
I was not.
Oh,
I
you
saw a
didn't
lot.
do that.
No, I saw a lot. I was just ALS. No, BLS.
BLS.
Basic, yeah.
yeah.
I'll never
Basic
forget.
life support.
Oh. I did a half Ironman with like our triathlon club in college, and one of the guys, super lean dude. So like you could tell, like if he didn't do nutrition right, like you can't finish a half Ironman if you don't do your nutrition right, and especially if you're really lean. So he like starts like blacking out a couple miles from the finish line. Somehow drags himself across whatever. So goes straight to the tent, like the IV tent. So we're like trying to be supportive teammates. We're like, hey, we'll sit here, whatever. Like he's like half like, kind of there, kind of not. And the person comes to give him an IV, and the lady looks over and she looks at the girl next to her and goes, "Are you ready to try it?" And I was like, oh, this is her first time doing this. Mind you, he really needs fluids. He's never like, whatever. She misses it 3 times. Mind you, he's like half there, half not. But I'm like, but hey, maybe that is the place you should go to learn. Because if you need fluids and you're kind of
Like out of
in
it.
and out of it,
I've been
Just
around
let it go.
some military guys, and it's like for them to hear this conversation and talk about AIDS is kind of a joke
Yeah.
because they all just do it to each other,
yeah.
whether they're certified or not.
Yeah.
They just all learn how. They just get bags of fluid. You do
IV.
me, I do you.
Yeah.
We're all better. It's not a thing really.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you guys are tough.
Tasia. Oh, I'm not putting myself in that category.
No.
I'm not that tough. I'm just saying. When are you gonna get over it?
I know.
We'll
This
work on
next
it.
time.
Grow up.
Jesus,
kidding.
Tasia,
Next
stop being a.
That's what I tell
Just kidding.
Trace all the time. Grow up. Hillary's like, he's 3. I'm like, he's almost 4.
Aw.
Basically an adult now.
Yeah.
Why can't you be more like your sister?
Yeah. Yeah, Violet.
She's,
Oh,
my
man.
gosh. She seems so independent.
Lakeland is now doing a front flip and landing on her feet on the trampoline.
Nice.
But she starts in the
Awesome.
woods.
Okay, and runs.
And runs. I'm like, why are you running? You can
Yeah.
run right here.
I did see the video Hillary posted them all doing front plunge
yeah.
onto the trampoline.
Yelling fireball.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
Fireball.
so- where'd that come from?
Apparently it's from PJ Masks. Yeah, it's a show they watch, a kid's show.
Oh.
Lakeland, I do believe it's actually from the song Fireball. Is it Pitbull? Hillary
Oh.
said, yeah, Fireball.
Oh, fireball. Oh, yeah. Okay.
She has
So
no idea what it is, but
That makes sense. Yeah.
That's funny.
You just say it's from the cartoon. It's fine.
Talk about athletic though, to just be able to
she does it.
pick it up.
She's
She's
so
wide
athletic.
open. All
All
of
of
them are,
them,
except
yeah.
for Violet. I love her, man, but she is just a she's actually can do some stuff, like she can
Yeah.
somersault
Yeah.
and do whatever, but she just falls all the time.
I saw her playing her little harmonica up on the stairs the other day.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
cute.
Yeah, she's
She's still tiny though.
oh
Who
yeah,
knows?
she's
Yeah.
tiny. But I'm just like, what? She'll just fall. Just walk into stuff, not being paying attention, just walk into stuff. What the heck is your
She's so
problem?
cute.
Learning to fall
Yeah.
good is a
Yeah.
skill though.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, and trying to keep up with your siblings all the time. Like, she's
Yeah.
got to go 90 miles an hour to keep up. Like, you can only have so much function at one time.
That's true.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know I've told the story, but it's the funniest thing. Like one day you had told her not to take off her clothes.
Violet?
Violet.
Yeah.
It was like in the barn in the summer.
Yeah.
And so she went out around when you were working out and was taking off all her clothes to run around in her diaper.
Yeah.
And she got her shirt stuck and her arm stuck over her head. And she's just out there going, like she's pinned. And I'm starting to think about going out there and helping her. I'm like, no, let's see what happens.
pinned.
Like she's safe.
Yeah,
she ain't going to get hurt.
Yeah.
And she didn't cry. She didn't do nothing. She fought her way out of that thing, got it off, and then took off.
Kid's the most like just self-sufficient. You know, the other two, you have to do Trice, you have to do everything for him.
Right.
yeah.
And Violet's just like, no, I got it. Everything's
Yeah.
no, I got it. Like trying to get her out of the truck, I got it. I'm like, all right. She's already potty trained. I'm like, Trice. I'm like, hey, big boys don't wear diapers. Big boys wear diapers. Like, no, you're not a big boy till you wear underwear. I'm wearing a big boy diaper. There's no such thing, Trice.
What a good negotiation. He's like, no.
He's like,
good.
no, no, this is a big boy diaper. I'm like, no, it's not. He just does not care is the thing.
Yeah.
Like, he could do it.
Right.
But he's just like,
Yeah.
nah, I'd rather. And us as parents, we should be like, no, stop. But, you know.
So every time you tell these stories, I go home and ask Kristen what she did
Yeah.
with Lawson when he was little.
Yeah.
And she said sort of the same thing. She said, I finally bought him, he was into, I can't remember what superhero,
Yeah.
but she bought him some actual underwear.
That word, yeah.
And then she told him, like, if you mess these up, they have to be thrown away.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, freaked out, excited. Then he, messed him up. And then she threw him away, and he was heartbroken.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so he got through like a couple of 3 pairs like that, and then he fixed it. Like he was like, I'm not
Trice
destroying.
is- but that's just Trice. I mean, his whole life, everything, like crawling, walking, it was like, nah, I'm good. And then all of a sudden he's like, all right, fine. And then he's wide open. There's no no learning curve. It's just wide open. Trice is just like, nah, I'm good. I still want to wear this diaper, and
Yeah.
you're gonna wipe my ass, you know.
Yeah.
Where Violet's like, nope, done with a diaper. Like even at night when we put her to bed, she's like, I don't want to wear a diaper. I'm like, you're wearing a diaper to bed.
Yeah. When it makes sense to him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he'll do it.
Yeah. It makes sense to him. He just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I still like the just relax story. Just relax.
Just gotta relax. Just gotta relax. I gotta lay down.
Just lay down.
Weirdo.
Oh.
so
Remember when
awesome.
he used to run to the barn in those little lace-up shoes too? It was like right after he like learned to walk. He'd wear those brown shoes. They
Oh,
look
yeah.
like
Yeah.
look like cameraman shoes, Ben.
Yeah.
Like kind of
Very hipster shoes.
Yeah.
I
He's
remember
got
he was
Batman
like,
light up shoes now.
yeah, he was
Loves
like kind of
those.
like chunky when he was still crawling around, and then once he started running, he just string
Yeah,
bean.
string
Yeah.
bean, yeah.
We got the house behind us. They have they own 2 lots, so they can kind of play in one lot. And this little boy's maybe 7 now, and he's got a 1-wheel,
Oh, nice.
and he can just crush it. He just
Really?
gets on that
Wow.
thing, flies out there,
Yeah.
jumps on it, and he flies over. And it's all grass.
Yeah.
He goes everywhere.
That's cool.
He goes with he's got like a BB gun and a coonskin hat. I mean, his heart is totally amazing. He's on his 1-wheel with his BB gun and his coonskin hat.
That's really cool.
Hunting. Just hunting.
He tells all the neighborhood dogs to shut up. I mean, it's awesome. He's just
Shooting him
like,
with his pellet gun.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
That's awesome.
He has like,
Like really aggressive.
okay, so they have this cool place. And then he has an incredible father, and his parents are knocking it out of the park. They're the best parents. But these idiots from Michigan,
From Michigan.
from the north,
Who's from Michigan?
just moved in, and they're old. They're really old, not as old as me. I mean, like old, like dirt old. They can't get down the stairs to get into their yard, and they have 5, count them, 5 of these full-size Scotty dogs.
Oh.
And those dogs don't shut the hell up. I'm having to build a privacy fence because of these people. So these dogs run out and just bark and bark and bark and bark and bark. And the guy comes out, and one of them's the meanest and nastiest one that won't listen. Its name is Daisy May. And he calls
Daisy
it
May.
Of
he
course
calls
you know
it
that
Maisie. Hey Maisie, get in here, Maisie.
That's pretty southern accent
He's
for
got some
another.
kind of crazy accent. He's from
opposite.
Michigan.
I was about to say opposite there.
He'll turn into pirate.
Just go British.
Have you ever
Yeah.
heard Darren tell a story of like Bowser with Jess?
Oh,
Where Jess
gosh,
runs
that's a
out.
good
She's like,
story.
Bowser, 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 bad. Bowser, Bowser.
That's hilarious.
It's so funny.
I've never heard
And then he
that.
wouldn't come, and she'd go, bad. And he said, Darren says she's just doing it for like 20 minutes, the same like thing over and over. And he's finally like, go get the dog.
Was he like trying to sleep or something?
It was something. It was when he had that. I think when he had the ear thing going on, and he couldn't get up and couldn't do anything. He said, just for 20 minutes, Bowser, 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 bad. I can just see Jess doing it. I can hear it too.
Oh god.
Well, these freaking dogs bark at the neighbor kid, which is horrible.
And
So
he
they all
tells him to
bark at
shut
him.
up.
So he just races his one wheel up the fence, yelling at him, telling him to shut up with his Davy Crockett hat on. I'm like, man, I wish his dad let him shoot those dogs
Oh my goodness.
with the pellet gun,
Yeah.
BB gun.
Oh gosh.
What time we at, Ben?
52.
52. You got any conspiracies?
Oh man.
New administration in there?
Fresh out. Got nothing.
We got that picture of Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, I mean, the Bernie meme is
The Bernie
killing it.
I did actually see, I read this morning, obviously the Capitol stuff was ridiculous and should never be okay.
Yeah.
But Pelosi denounced it and all that stuff, of course, as they should have. Same thing happened in Wisconsin to the state capitol a couple years ago. I think it was in 2000, I want to say 11.
Okay.
And Pelosi praised them for doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Breaking windows with rocks and storming the
Yeah.
Capitol and all this stuff. So
Yeah.
just the
I saw Joe Biden issued like a mandated mask in federal buildings or something.
federal buildings. So
And then
that's
20
the
minutes
whole-
later, he went to a federal building without a mask on. It's like a big deal.
I think it's great though because people didn't realize everybody wanted Trump to do a federal mask mandate. You can't do that
Right.
to everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
It's up to the states.
Right.
And I think it's now. And I was reading an article I think it was CNN, and they were like, "Oh, turns out it's outside of his jurisdiction." You're like, "Oh, huh." I did see he did he did pass some type of executive order about trying to buy American-made stuff for government purposes. So,
Oh,
hey, there
that's
we go.
good.
That's good.
That's good. Hey, listen, I want him to be successful.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
He's in there. Let's do it. Like,
yeah, let's get the country fixed.
I want
and do what's
whoever's
right
in
and-
there to be successful.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't care.
100%.
So, but yeah, I did see that. But I thought the Capitol thing was it's just so two-sided always, or so just, come on.
Yeah, there's the politics of it all. I think probably things will get back to normal pretty
It'll be
fast
all
here
right.
once this whole thing kind of goes away and
Yeah.
people realize the economy needs to move again and
Yeah, let's go.
let's do this.
Let's go. I think
Elly
like
has
multiple states. I think the COVID numbers are dropping or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the vaccines are
What say you, Ben?
I think they said that they're
Vaccine?
wiping away 80% of the positive tests because they were non-symptomatic or whatever.
Asymptomatic.
Asymptomatic, yeah.
What do you mean?
But why would you do that?
I don't know. That's just what I heard. Let me look it up.
Here's something that's really freaking important actually. The people who are getting the vaccine, it's scientifically proven. I just heard this, but so I'm not sure from they told me.
I love they.
It's scientifically proven
They.
that the vaccine will inoculate you or keep you from getting COVID, but it does not keep you from
Passing it on.
passing. They haven't
What?
proved that.
Really?
So you might not get it, but COVID, like if it's in your nose,
If you technically you become a non or an asymptomatic spreader.
right?
Oh, okay.
Basically, is what.
So
Wait,
it
did
so
they ever decide
like
how it
George,
was spread though?
Give it to me.
Like, I thought it was like droplets or.
Yeah, through your nose or your mouth.
So you're
Yeah.
saying if you somehow ingest.
No, he's saying if you got the vaccine and you went around somebody that caught COVID, you technically can get COVID, but you show no symptoms because you've had the vaccine.
Yeah.
But you can spread it then.
But
you
could
could
give it.
So
carry
you go
it.
through a contagious phase.
No, you
Interesting.
could just carry it.
You could
To
carry
someone.
You
I
could
don't
carry it.
understand
Like
okay,
if-
I get
if-
shot. I get the shot.
Okay.
Tasia has COVID. I am in contact with Tasia. She sneezes in my face. I have COVID, but I don't show any symptoms. I am asymptomatic. Jim does not have COVID. I go to Jim. I sneeze in Jim's face without a mask.
Yes.
he gets COVID.
Or
Yes.
with a gator on, because
So
it
like
actually
it's important to
expels
know
that
that just because you were immunized doesn't mean you can run over to grandpa and grandma's house
Yeah.
Yep.
and you're not going to give
Oh.
it to them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's not
Math
scientifically
is
proven.
hard.
But isn't that like how they all work?
that
Like, is that how the flu works too?
Yeah, I don't know.
The flu
I'm
vaccine-
just
but the
saying
flu vaccine is
that's
like
really
only like
an important
17%.
qualifier. You're not bulletproof because you got the
Yeah.
vaccine.
You are,
No, that's
good to know.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not from
but
giving
not
it to
from
other
giving it
people.
to other people.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you have to get it even if you already had COVID? Like, if you have the antibodies, are you still are you gonna get the vaccine?
None of your business, man.
Oh, what do you mean? It's just a yes or no answer.
No, not this year.
Okay.
I've already had it, so
Yeah.
I would rather wait till
Yeah.
if it's an every year type of thing and they've figured it out maybe by next year, then yeah.
Look, there's zero
I don't wanna
wrong.
turn into a zombie.
There's zero wrong with allowing that to kind of be established some more. And I'm not saying people should or shouldn't.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
saying there's nothing wrong saying, hey, I'm gonna let that play out a little bit. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
What are you
I am not
struggling
an anti-vaxxer. I 100% believe in
Yeah,
vaccines.
100%.
I would like to see a little bit more data before I do that to myself.
You can't argue that that's the fastest something like that's ever come
Yeah.
online.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that it's bad.
No, but I just want to see some more.
I'm really excited and happy for because COVID exists in the older population percentage wise. I'm like even my in-laws. I'm excited for them to be able to get back out into life a little bit.
Yeah.
And not,
Yeah.
They do have some
That community
health
for sure.
some health risks. So I'm super happy for them to feel confident and
Yeah.
be safe and be
For sure.
protected, and it's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yep. And if it brings numbers down, hey, good. I just want to see it. For my personal
Yeah.
self, I would like to see some more data before we.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
kind of got through it all. So
Yeah. Wasn't that bad?
no,
Ugh.
for you it was a different experience.
Lava joints.
Lava joints. And you're not talking about smoking weed, or are you?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
You never know.
Bringing up something else, Elly.
I don't even know how the two are related, but it's okay.
You said joint. I was making a joke.
Oh, yeah, that's way over my
Lava
head.
joints.
Got it. I got it. Yeah, that was way over my head. I'm still.
And you're still lost in
I am.
how can I
I
get it and not give it?
I don't
and
understand how you can carry it because you're immune to it if you have antibodies. So how can you carry droplets to somebody else?
You've
That's
heard
what I
like
don't
someone
understand.
can like carry strep in a family, like kids and stuff.
No. This practical. Just think about his example. It is literally just this practical. Somebody has COVID. They sneeze on you.
Mm-hmm.
That droplet is being carried. Let's say inside your nose. It's alive and
That's
inside your
That's
nose.
what I was asking, but I thought you told me no.
No, I.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then you go and you
he
sneeze on
has
somebody.
symptoms.
Okay.
You've passed it. You're not going to
I
get
guess
sick.
I get caught up in the symptoms thing. Because why would you have symptoms if you're just carrying
No,
something?
he's
You
saying
don't
he-
have
he
symptoms.
doesn't-
saying you have symptoms.
Asymptomatic.
That's
Lack of
Okay,
symptoms.
Yes, I understand. I thought you meant you're recontracting the sickness and then giving it to someone even though you have antibodies. No,
No.
you're just carrying
You're
it.
carrying
but
it.
you don't get symptoms because you're. Yeah, okay, I got it now.
Jim's sick.
Moral of the
Okay.
story: cover your mouth when you sneeze.
Jim, you're still COVID free, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
At least I think so.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I
It's
should
Do you want to say anything about the
zinc.
team?
I'm a survivor over here.
I take a lot of
I'm a
vitamin C.
survivor. It's like Sarge's shirt.
Haven't seen it.
Oh,
I've been
it's
around,
like
all my
COVID
friends
survivor or
have it now,
something.
so-
Nice.
Yeah. You want to say anything about the team? So this comes out Thursday, and
come out
Scott releases
Thursday?
his sick video Tuesday.
Sick video Tuesday. Hype
Yep.
video Tuesday. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Props to Chase for putting it all together. It's gonna be an interesting year for sure with the new rules. No matter how you feel about them. Yeah.
Silence.
Silence. You'll see a
Awkward
cool video.
silence.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see the video first. I don't really know what all we're saying. So.
Good things ahead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. One more time at least.
You know what's interesting? Like since you started CrossFit, it's whatever. You just have to adjust, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you've always
every
had
year's
to.
gotta
You just
adjust.
kind of sort of
Yeah.
adjust it, and that's all right. And
Totally.
Yeah, honestly, if it wasn't for Chase, we're being real here, I probably wouldn't have done it this year.
you would. What are you saying? You would
Chase-
have not competed this
No,
year? Retired?
Not with the rules.
Or
I
just not this year?
do not like the rules and do not like the way they were presented and the lack of communication. And we did a podcast that kind of got swept under the rug because we haven't released it yet, but extremely disappointed in the way things were handled. And but like I said, if it wasn't for Chase and wanting to compete so bad, that I said, okay, let's
Chase
do
your brother-in-law,
it. Chase my brother-in-law.
Good.
Made it to the games last year. Didn't
all
get
around good
cousin-in-law.
cousin-in-law. Okay.
Didn't made it to the games last year after a couple years of trying hard and didn't technically get to go because of everything. So this one's for you, Chase.
That was funny at
this is
one
for
of
you,
the
Chase.
what camp was it that we were all like giving like personal facts about each other, and Chase's fact was I'm one of the only people to make it to the games and not be able to compete.
Not compete at the games.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that. That's
Yeah.
a drag.
Yeah,
so
that's a bummer.
this is for Chase. So yeah, it'll be fun though. It'll be good.
Yeah.
Like I said, I honestly never saw my life past competing, but after last year and not competing, I was kind of like, oh, this is nice. So
That's cool.
yeah,
It's cool to be out
So,
ahead of that.
we'll
Like
see.
when you
we'll see what future holds. But this year, I'm still here.
still here,
Still here.
Still here.
kicking.
still grinding
Still here.
into the storm.
Into the storm. Let's do it. All right. Is that an hour? Close-ish?
1 hour on the dot.
Ben, you got any other wisdom? You got nothing?
Got nothing. I'm dry.
Wisdom.
Oh, yes. Next podcast, we'll have the Hershey's peanut butter.
Yes.
I messaged him.
Pretzels?
He's going to bring them Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
So Tasia can have a quarter of one for a
I
serving
have-
size?
Full serving.
I think
I
I've
can't
had
think there's
6
only
servings.
I think
5 of those in a serving.
I should draw Tasia's blood next podcast live on camera.
No.
So shout out to Austin Brown.
Austin Brown.
Austin. Austin Brown.
Hershey's. Peace.
Passion.
Piss.